Are you cocksuckers? Welcome back to another goddamn episode of the Drunken Rant.
Oh my God.
Uncensored. I'm Liam, your host. And as always, I'm fucking wasted. What's in my glass tonight, you ask? Just a little something I call the fake news fix. It's a potent mix of cheat whiskey conspiracy theories.
Sounds delicious.
And a dash of orange juice, because, you know, got to get those vitamins somehow.
Gotta stay healthy.
You know what I'm saying.
I feel you.
Keep it balanced.
Absolutely. And I'm Olivia.
That's right.
Designated driver as always. Someone's got to keep things vaguely coherent.
Vaguely.
While Liam over here siphons his brain cells through a straw.
Hey, easy there, Olivia. I resemble that remark. But speaking of resemblances, have you seen the latest shit show brewing over at Voice of America? It's like watching a reality TV dumpster fire, only it's actually real life.
Oh, God.
And you know what that means?
What's that?
It's going to be a hell of a lot more entertaining.
You're talking about the potential appointment of Kari Lake.
Bingo. The Trumpster himself has decided that the best person to head up VOA,
Go.
America's international news network, is none other than the woman who makes fake news her goddamn catchphrase.
Seriously.
I mean, you can't make this shit up. It's like he's trying to troll the entire world, and honestly, I kind of respect the audacity.
It's definitely a bold move.
Oh, yeah.
So for those of you who might not be familiar with the wonderful world of international broadcasting, VOA stands for Voice of America.
The Voice.
It's funded by the U.S. government and aims to present news and information to a global audience.
Sounds boring.
It's supposed to be a beacon of independent, objective journalism, showcasing America's commitment to freedom of the press and all that jazz.
Yeah, all that boring truth and accuracy crap. Who needs that when you can have drama, baby? And let me tell you, Kari Lake brings the drama like a hurricane in a trailer park.
Oh my gosh.
She's got the hair, the sass, and the ability to spin a conspiracy theory that makes your head spin faster than a roulette wheel.
So let's talk about Kari Lake.
Yeah, let's do it.
She was a local TV anchor in Arizona for like a million years.
27 to be exact.
27, okay.
But hey, who's counting?
Fair enough. Anyway, she was pretty well known there even before she decided to trade in her news anchor gig for a MAGA hat and a ticket on the Trump train.
She's riding the rails, baby.
In 2021, she left her anchor job and dove headfirst into the political pool.
More like belly flopped.
Her political career has been eventful. She ran for Arizona governor in 2022 and then for Senate in 2024.
Could get enough.
Both times. Big fat L.
Ouch.
But she's never been one to let a little thing like losing an election stop her from claiming victory.
Oh, hell no.
She's still out there shouting about stolen elections and fake news like it's going out of style.
Could keep the brand alive.
And apparently that's exactly the kind of energy Trump wants leading VOA.
Well, you gotta admit, it's a bold move. I mean, putting Kari Lake in charge of VOA is like putting a pyromaniac in charge of a fireworks display. You just know shit's gonna go boom.
I wouldn't necessarily call it bold. Perhaps reckless is a more apt description. But you're right, it's definitely going to be explosive. The question is, will it be a beautiful, awe-inspiring display, or will it just burn the whole damn thing down?
So you're getting into the spirit of things. A little less designated driver and a little more, let's light this motherfucker up.
All right.
Okay, so we've got Kari Lake, the queen of fake news pronouncements, potentially taking over VOA, the supposed bastion of American journalistic integrity.
What a combo.
What could possibly go wrong?
Where do we even begin?
I don't know about you, Olivia, but I'm getting thirsty for another round.
Yeah.
How about we delve into the potential fallout after a quick refill?
Lead the way, Liam. You're the expert on draining the well, after all.
That's right, baby. Let's go.
Okay, so we're back. And we were talking about all the potential clusterfucks that could happen if Kari Lake actually gets her manicured claws on VOA.
You know, I'm starting to think this whole thing's like a bad reality TV show.
Like a really, really bad one.
Like one of those shows where they make you sign a waiver before you watch it, just in case your brain explodes from this sheer stupidity.
Oh my God, that's perfect. So where do we even start with the potential fallout? I mean...
Yeah, like what's the worst that could happen besides, you know, the complete and utter destruction of America's credibility on the world stage?
Okay, well, for starters, VOA's reputation would take a nosedive. Like, seriously, Kari Lake is basically the poster child for fake news at this point.
The poster child?
Her name alone would just taint VOA's image. And, I mean, who's going to take them seriously?
It's like trying to sell a used car with a giant dent in the side and claiming it's, like, new. Nobody's buying that shit.
Exactly. And it's not just about looking bad. If Lake actually uses VOA as her personal propaganda machine, it could have some real-world consequences. Think about it.
Like what, World War III? The zombie apocalypse?
Don't even joke about that, Liam. But seriously, imagine a world where nobody trusts VOA anymore. Like, it's just another Fox News or something.
Oh, people already don't trust Fox News.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, where do people get their news if they can't even trust the supposedly objective sources?
I guess they just go on Facebook and believe whatever their crazy uncle posts.
Yeah, exactly. And that's terrifying because misinformation spreads like a wildfire in a dry forest.
Okay, I get it. This is a serious shit. VOA is supposed to be like the antidote to all that bullshit, not the fucking source.
You're getting it.
What?
And it's not just about international audiences. Americans abroad rely on VOA to stay informed about what's happening back home.
Yeah, that's true.
If it becomes just another partisan shithole, it erodes trust in America itself.
Damn, Olivia. You're making me feel all patriotic and shit.
Someone has to bring a little seriousness to this drunken rant.
All right. You win. But back to Kari Lake and her potential reign of terror over at VOA. Isn't there anyone who can stop this madness? Like, what about Congress? Don't they have some say in this?
Well, yeah, they do. But it's not that simple. After Trump's first attempt to hijack VOA with that Michael Pack guy,
Oh, yeah, I remember that, dude. What a disaster.
Congress tried to put some safeguards in place, so they created this bipartisan board, the International Broadcasting Advisory Board, or IB for short.
The IBA. Sounds like a superhero team.
I know, right?
Like the Justice League of Journalism?
But they're more like a bunch of bureaucrats trying to herd cats.
Well, hopefully they have some sharp claws.
We can only hope. So yeah, the IBAB is supposed to oversee VOA and make sure it stays independent.
So basically, they're the bouncers at the VOA club.
Yeah, something like that. And they get to decide who gets in and who gets thrown out.
So they could just bounce Kari Lake right out the door.
In theory, yes. But this is Trump's America. Nothing is ever that simple.
True that you don't play by the rules.
Nope. He makes his own rules.
Yeah.
And he's got a whole army of Magi goons ready to enforce them.
So it's like a rigged game.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But even if the IBA manages to block Lake's appointment, the damage might already be done. Just the fact that Trump even considered her sends a pretty clear message to the world.
What message is that?
America doesn't give a shit about objective journalism anymore. It's all about pushing an agenda.
No.
Facts be damned.
Damn. That's a depressing thought. You know what? I think I need another drink to wash down that bitter pill.
I think I could use one too. Let's refill our glasses and then we can dive into the nitty-gritty of how this whole appointment process is supposed to work.
Because I'm sure it's a bureaucratic nightmare.
Oh, you have no idea. Buckle up, Liam. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
Okay, so we're back. And we were talking about this whole IBB thing and how they're supposed to be like the guardians of truth and justice or something.
Well, more like the referees making sure nobody's playing dirty.
Right. So do they actually have the power to stop this Kari Lake train wreck? Can they just say, nope, not happening?
So technically, Trump can't directly appoint Lake to run VOA. He has to go through this whole process with the USLGM, the agency that oversees VOA.
The bureaucrats.
Exactly. And then they work with the IBAB to pick the actual director. So it's not as simple as Trump just snapping his fingers and poof, Kari Lake's in charge.
But he's going to try to pull some strings, right?
Oh, absolutely. He'll probably try to stack the USAGM with his loyalists, people who'll rubber stamp whatever he wants.
And then pressure the IB to go along with it?
Exactly. It's like a game of political chess.
And we all know Trump loves to cheat at chess.
Right. So even if the IB tries to stand up to him, they're going to face some serious heat.
Like he's going to send his Twitter trolls after them.
Oh, he'll do worse than that. He could try to discredit them publicly, accuse them of being biased or something.
Or just fire them and replace them with his own puppets.
Exactly. And then there's the whole question of funding. He could try to starve VOA of resources if they don't play by his rules.
So basically they're screwed either way.
It's not looking good. But here's the thing. Even if they manage to survive this whole ordeal and keep Lake out of VOA, the damage might already be done.
What do you mean?
Think about it. The fact that Trump even considered putting someone like Kari Lake in charge of VOA sends a pretty damn clear message to the world.
That America's lost its frickin' mind.
Well, yeah, that too. But also that we don't care about facts or truth anymore. It's all about propaganda and pushing an agenda.
So basically, we're just another Russia or China.
It's not that extreme, but we're definitely heading in that direction. And that's a scary thought. Because once you lose trust in institutions and the media, it's hard to get it back.
Yeah. And then it's just a spiral of misinformation and conspiracy theories.
Exactly. And that's a recipe for disaster.
So what can we do? Just sit back and watch the world burn?
Well, no.
What?
We can't give up. We have to keep fighting for the truth, support real journalism, hold our leaders accountable.
Easy to say, hard to do.
I know. But it's got to start somewhere. We can't just let the bastards grind us down.
Well said. Love you. Well said. You know what? I'm actually feeling a little less drunk and a little more fired up now.
That's the spirit, Liam. We got to stay angry, stay engaged, and keep drinking, of course.
Hell yeah. To the truth, to freedom, and to never letting the bastards win.
Cheers to that.
All right, folks. That's it for another episode of the Drunken Rant Uncensored. We covered a lot of ground tonight. From Kari Lake's political shenanigans to the potential downfall of VOA.
It's been a wild ride.
It always is. But hey, at least we're still laughing, right? Or maybe that's just the whiskey talking.
Probably a bit of both.
Anyway, we'll be back next week with more drunken rants and political analysis. Until then, stay safe, stay informed, and stay thirsty.
And remember, don't believe everything you hear on the internet, especially if it comes from a politician.
Words to live by. Thanks for listening, everybody. See you next time.